Hello and welcome to the High School Huddle, along with Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans. We get set for the 2023 high school football season here in the great state of Oklahoma. Today, we take a look at the Class 4A defending state champions, the Wagoner Bulldogs, before we dive into their schedule and what we think will happen in the regular season as far as their records. Let's take a look at one of our great sponsors here on the High School Huddle. The High School Huddle is presented by Generations Church. Love God, love people, serve both well. Contact Generations Church by calling 405-282-6848 or visit them online at generationsguthrie.com. Head coach Dale Condit and the Wagoner Bulldogs, another favorite to win another 4A state championship. They did that a year ago, despite 3 losses, 11-3 a year ago. What a championship game it was. And guys, Coach Condit and those Bulldogs have won 93 games over the last 8 seasons. And it's probably even better if you go further back than that. I'm just keeping it simple today. That's just under 12 wins per season.
Yeah, special football program, no doubt about it. And they would be competitive in 5A football.
Sure would.
It doesn't matter where you put them. This is a fabulous football team year in and year out. Of course, it starts with the man that runs the program, Coach Condit, but this year coming back, that big stud quarterback, Kel Carbonneau. You know, just a fabulous state championship game, ran for over 100 yards, threw for over 100 yards.
The best state championship game we saw last year.
Accounted
out of
for
all of them.
all the scores for Wagoner last year, as far as all the touchdowns, I should say. Of course, that big field goal at the end of the game to win the state title as clock ran out. But, man, I tell you, just they're a fun team to watch. I know Wagoner's very proud of their Bulldogs. I think this is going to be another year for them to be even more proud of what the Bulldogs do on the field.
Yeah, their motto this year is get it back, and they will have a good chance at that. Let's take a look at the Wagoner schedule here, and a tough one right off the bat on the road at Coweta, Phil, a game they lost a year ago. Then Tahlequah, a 6A2 program. Got the Grove Ridge Runners in the third game of the season. Grove down a little bit. Emmanuel Crawford graduating there. Cushing, that's another one to highlight there. Yep. That could be the one that decide the district championship in that game there. Cushing down just a little bit as well, but Grove looks like a fun season ahead for them.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year for Wagoner. I think, you talk about those, and really there's 3, I think, big games for them throughout the year. Of course, they would point to a couple others as well, and Coach is going to point to all 10.
Sure.
But we have the benefit of not having to worry about any of that. So when I look at that, it's Coweta, it's Grove, and it's Cushing are the 3 games that I think are going to give them those are going to be the most competitive ball games. As you said, all 3 of those teams, of course, the Cushing game is a rematch of the state championship game last year that Wagoner won 24-21 with that last play of the game, field goal to win the ball game. But it's, what can you say? It's Wagoner Bulldog football.
Yeah, if you take a look at some of those games, there's some games that you think maybe Wagoner can name their score in several of those games. We'll see how it plays out, but just the initial look here at Wagoner's. Well, let's take a look at what we think would happen. And we decided before we did all this, and so we all decided on one record, and that one record is 10-0. We'll see you in the playoff, Bulldogs. But, 10-0 with those 3 games, Cushing, Grove, and Coweta. All 3 down just a little bit from those 3 losses a year ago. But, Coweta, a 5A program, Tahlequah, 6A2 program, just can't just show the Bulldog helmet up and win those games. But I think Coach Condit knows that and knows how to handle those situations and has proven to handle those situations.
Yeah, the thing I'll remember is last year before the state championship game. It was a great moment, and it says a lot about Coach Condit. But the head coach at Cushing, help me real quick. I'm drawing a blank. Very good young coach. First time being in a state championship game. I go down to talk to him and say, hey, this is what we'd like to do pregame. This is what we'd like to do at halftime. Postgame, this is what we're going to do. And the young coach looked at me kind of old, and Coach kind of stepped in. He says, you'll have time when they're handing out the gold trophies. There's plenty of time to do all that. And I was thinking, okay, that was a pretty cool moment. He's, of course, hoisted the gold ball many times. He's an old dog when it comes to that stuff. Was very kind to the young coach.
Rusty Morgan.
Helping reassure Coach Morgan, no, there's time to do all this. This is okay. It's not a big deal. But just a real class act. But I think Coach Condit's going to have these kids ready to roll. And to be quite frank, I see them hoisting another gold ball at the end of the year. I mean, they're just a fabulous football team.
They are preseason number one for a lot of publications out there, no doubt about that. Be sure to follow the High School Huddle all season long. We can talk about the Wagoner Bulldogs here on the Huddle. Be sure to go to YouTube, search Second Banana Media, look for Silas B. Maxwell, and you can find the High School Huddle podcast. Click there. Be sure to subscribe and like to be notified for our live shows as well as our videos that we upload. And also, High School Huddle is on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. It all comes together at secondbananamedia.com. Makes it kind of easier so you can bookmark your favorite spot to get all these great shows and episodes and all that great stuff. Best of luck to the Wagoner Bulldogs. Maybe best of luck to the opponents this year.
There you go.
But we wish them luck. We also wish your favorite high school football team the best of luck here in the 2023 season. Thank you for tuning in to the High School Huddle. The High School Huddle is presented by Generations Church.